Greetings and salutations, comic book conversationalists, and I guess movie watchers. I'll have to come up with something for that. This is Comic Book Hangover. My name is Scott, and here we are with the video of all the movies that I watched in the month of May. Now, the last one I did for the April movies went way longer than what I like. Went like 17, 18 minutes. I don't like that. So, in an attempt to have shorter videos, which is what my preference is, as well as a rather obvious and cheap attempt at getting more content on my media platforms here, TikTok and YouTube, I'm going to start splitting these up into two parts so that it gives me more room to maneuver, I guess. So let's just, and also, the last one that I did, reason why I did it again is because TikTok keeps flagging all the videos that I'm doing, even though all it is just box art and comic book covers. They keep flagging them. The last one that I did like this for the movies didn't get flagged at all. So I think I'm on to something here. So let's get into the first half of the movies that I watched in the month of May, starting with Kong, Skull Island. So this month, it just kind of became a thing. I just decided to go through all of the legendary Godzilla movies. So all the legendary MonsterVerse films are in this stack at some point or another. So we start with Kong because I decided to do them in chronological order as opposed to release order. Why not? 4K, still a great movie. I was never a big fan of Kong, but I did like this movie. One sec. All right, next one. Another classic from the 80s that I really enjoyed, and that is a Beverly Hills Cop. I have this 3-pack on Blu-ray, has all three of them. It was a pretty cheap price, which is why I got it, because anybody who's watched any of these movies knows that Beverly Hills Cop was great. It's as near perfect of a 80s comedy as you can get. Beverly Hills Cop 2 was not as good as the first one, and then Beverly Hills Cop 3 was just kind of made. Interesting side note about this one, my son, my 10-year-old, wound up watching most of this with me, or part of it with me, and just enjoyed it. Absolutely loved it, and has been wanting to watch the whole thing. He had to go to bed, so he wasn't able to watch the whole thing, but he enjoyed it. Next up is one that I think I'm a little worried about losing, because the disc is starting to get a little discolored. It's getting that copper look to it, so I think I may be losing the DVD, so I'm going to start looking to see if it's even available on Blu-ray, and that is Corky Romano. For some reason, I've always had an affinity for Chris Kattan. No idea why, but there we go. For the first horror film, Evil Dead on Blu-ray. Not much more you can say about that. It's a great movie. Absolutely love it. The next one was Earth Girls Are Easy, which I have on Blu-ray here. I kind of wish they put the original art on that, but it is what it is. Main reason why I like this movie is because of East Coast Julie Brown. I love some East Coast Julie Brown, and I didn't really realize that she was the writer or the co-writer of this film. Is also her debut. Great stuff. Also has that Cause I'm a Blonde video, which I love so much. Next up, Cocoon on Blu-ray, and this is one. I remember watching this one when I was a kid, and it bored the hell out of me. I had no idea what it was, but watching it as a grown-up, as an adult, I really did start to enjoy it, and I'm glad I wound up buying it. This one, I understand, is kind of hard to find on Blu-ray and DVD because it was released, and then it went out of print, so it's really hard to find. This one, as you can see, it's got this band on it, because this one was actually sold by my local library at a car show last year, I think. They had a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays for sale, and we were flipping through them, and they had this one. Got it for $1, and just, that's great. That was a good, excellent find. One of those moments where you're like, oh wow, I have to have this movie. So had to have that one. I'm glad to have it in my collection. Next one is going to be Odd Thomas, based on a book. Never read the book. Enjoyed the movie. Still really sad that he passed away. And then, because these are the kind of movies that I legitimately and honestly do enjoy watching, I've got a lot of these kind of movies in my collection. Sorority Babes and the Slimeball Bolorama. I love these sort of schlocky bimbo flicks, as what they used to be called. I don't know if that's politically correct now to call them that. I could really give two shits if it is or not, because that's what they are. But Sorority Babes and the Slimeball Bolorama, you've got scantily clad co-eds, college chicks, and horny dudes, and they're in a bowling alley demon gets loose, gives them wishes, people die, and it's just so, one of those movies is so horrible you can't stop watching it. I love it. Speaking of bad movies, next one is The Phantom, and I know a lot of people like this one. I managed to sit through it, but it really is not that good of a movie. It has its moments, though. It does have its moments. This is one I'm going to be keeping because it's fun. Next one, I only bought this one originally because it had Roddy Piper in it. A movie called Alien Opponent. It's about an alien spaceship that crash lands in a junkyard, and the wife of the guy who owns it, he winds up getting killed. Side story: his wife is cheating on him, so he dies, and his wife decides to set a bounty on this alien in order to get her husband's body, and they're going to try to make it seem like the alien killed the husband or something. It's just one of those weird movies. It takes place in a junkyard, has Jeremy London, has Roddy Piper in it. Not really a whole lot of sense being made in this one, but it's one of those that's entertaining, and that's what movies are supposed to be. On Mother's Day, which is where we're at right now, I watched Serial Mom. I don't know why I don't have this one on Blu-ray. This was an interesting little movie. It's been a long, long time since I'd seen this one, but I still enjoyed it. Next one, this is one that I bought. Jesus, I bought this one, I think when I lived out in Portland, so like 20 years ago. I bought this movie, and it just sat in my collection. I never watched it, and part of the reason why I'm doing this whole thing, this whole year-long movie marathon, is because I want to be able to watch these movies that I've never watched or haven't watched in a long time. This is one I've never watched. It's a steelbook, Sukiyaki Western Django DVD steelbook. Interesting movie. I'm not sure if I liked it or not, but I don't know, I may end up watching it again. Something about this as well, about the packaging. I'm not a big fan of steelbooks because they have that J card. I hate the J cards because all the information is on it, and if you lose the J card or it gets damaged, you're SOL. I never understood why they couldn't print that stuff on the back of a steelbook. And I've had people tell me, well, it's not possible. It's not something that they ever do. All that stuff is right on the back of the steelbook. They could do that. And I know Serenity Blu-ray steelbook is like that as well. Getting back to the Monsterverse, Godzilla 2014. One of my favorites. I love that movie. It still holds up really well. Another one I haven't watched in well over a decade on DVD, Lady Death. One of my favorite comic book characters of all time. Although I miss her back in the Chaos Comics days when her and Purgatory and Evil Ernie and Chastity and all those guys could actually intermingle. Lady Death, I kind of lost interest in her because all the stuff that they're doing now just doesn't really interest me. And Evil Ernie, the publisher that he's with, he's not really Evil Ernie. He's just like slightly annoyed Ernie. It's just the people who own that character now just have no idea what in the hell it is they're doing. They're doing the same thing to Chastity, but that's it. This is still a fun movie though. It's a nice retelling of her origin, but a fun little film. And the last one for this half of May is one that I picked up because I think it was a freebie at a local store called Disc Traders. You can buy, sell, and trade movies, games. I think video game accessories. I know they do vinyl, which is awesome because we have a nice vinyl collection. So this one I picked up it's just called Roadie. It's got Meatloaf. It's got Alice Cooper. Who else is in this one? There's somebody else in here as well. Hank Williams Jr., Blondie, Roy Orbison has a nice little cameo in there. So a fun little film. Not really much point to it, but it's a fun movie. So that's it. That is the first half of May. So stay tuned. I will have the second half of the month posted very, very soon. And so thanks for checking this first half out. I have no way to end this, so I'm just going to say see you soon. Bye.